Well, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. Apparently, there's something really going on with Drake, and this could be a possibility of why his tour was canceled. I know a lot of people clowned him, including me. I made a few jokes of why he would cancel, but apparently something's going on, and we're gonna watch a quick video, break it down from Jalopy Bungus. And I saw this report earlier, but I wasn't too sure. I wanted to double check, but he's usually pretty credible. He does his research, and this is all entertainment at the end of the day, right? So welcome back to Peapod Cove. Hit the like button. I appreciate it. Let's get it. This is gonna be a deep dive. He gonna take us to church, y'all. He like to pray and everything. He gonna take us to church. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what's going on with Drake. What's the dilly? What's the dilly? Y'all remember when we used to say that back in the day? What's the dilly, yo?
Surgical, so stay with me.
All right.
But bro, Drake might be sick, bro. Real talk.
Okay.
Drake might really be sick. And the reason that I'm thinking this is because of that cryptic post he put out on Instagram. You see what I'm saying? And one of the slides raised my eyebrow, and people aren't talking about it enough. I started digging and doing my research, and I found things from 2023 and even before that. Refresh my memory a little bit. Like, this video is about to get very surgical, okay? And I'm not doing it from a place of Drake hate. You feel me? Even though sometimes I do, this video is not for that. As a matter of fact, before we get into the details, I want to show y'all a verse in the Bible that applies to this and applies.
Telling y'all, we gonna pray, man. He go deep. Pause, but we gonna pray
to all of our lives. And it says, even if you don't believe in God, it's a universal message. It says, don't you know that you yourselves are God's temple and that God's spirit dwells in your midst? If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy that person. For God's temple is sacred, and you together are that temple. And now what I take away from that is take care of your body. You see what I'm saying? And treat your body like the temple that it is, because it is crafted by God.
And I remember when I played football, and there was a couple of kids on the team that used to come to practice, and all they was eating was potato chips and a bunch of junk food. When we got into running those sprints and we got deep in the game, those were the kids thrown up on the side. And the coach used to always say, whatever you put in your body, the fuel you put in there, you're going to get out of it. You don't put 87 in a Ferrari. No, you got to give it the good stuff, right? So your tempo is you. It's just, you got to take care of it. If you don't take care of it, it's going to break down faster. Yeah, we all going to end up in the same place at the end of the day. But how we choose to get there, well, that's up to you. I want to walk across the finish line. I mean, you could limp or crawl.
Even if you don't believe that, take care of your body, because it will have long-lasting rewards. When you do things to damage your body and mutilate your body, it will have long-lasting consequences. And a lot of people are driven to destroy their bodies because of, media and whatever. So to try to stay away from that and stay true to you. And even when you do evil and good, you can see the difference in your mind and your body. Now let's go to the post. So he says, you knew I grew up not.
So this was a post he did yesterday on IG, and I did react to it. I'm not sure if I posted this shit. I'm reacting to so many stuff right now. But basically the concept was, even when I read it, he kind of seemed like it was a different Drake. Like he was coming from the sympathetic point of view. I don't know how true that is, how, he's a master manipulator. Maybe we all get manipulated right now. Who knows? But we're here, right? We're here.
Non-confrontational and always treated this game as a sport with my.
So
you see the difference in your mind and your body. Now let's go to the post. So he says, you knew I grew up non-confrontational and always treated this game as a sport with my pin won gold. But my
now that is so funny, because we all know I see that people, and it's not because of that, the ghostwriting stuff.
These days, the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, okay? But I hope you see my honesty as clarity and not charity. That answers some questions, especially about the unanswered texts you've been sending me, okay? I'm not so concerned with the post. I know he's talking about a future album. He's going to tell the truth. I doubt he's going to tell the truth. This is what I'm looking at. This right here.
What is?
Okay.
What is that? Zofran? Zofran is called? All right. Well, we're going to let him cook because he always come through and cook it up. He do the homework. He cook it up. Go over there and make sure y'all follow Jalopy Bungus, man. He go deep. He go deep.
I know Drake is calculated. You know what I'm saying? I know he knew people would do a little bit of research on this. So I don't know what his purpose was, but I decided to do some research. Okay. Zofran, and it looks like he took that exact picture from Google or whatever. But Zofran blocks the axis of chemicals in the body that can trigger nausea and vomiting. Zofran is used to prevent nausea and vomiting that may be caused by surgery, cancer, chemotherapy, or radiation treatment. Zofran may be used for purposes not listed in this medication guide. Now, I assume Drake is taking the Zofran. You see what I'm saying? And I had to think, is it for surgery, cancer, chemotherapy, or radiation?
Sure, we did get that BBL, right? It's definitely probably for that BBL. Man.
And as I started to think, I remembered something. Okay, I don't know if y'all remember, but back in 2023, Drake was about to take a break from music due to stomach problems.
Yeah, I remember that. That was way before the beef started. I remember that. I remember. What was that the time when Rick Ross started calling him out?
Okay, he was about to take a break from music, and ironically, Kendrick would drop like that with Future and Metro Boomin about 5 months later, which is ruthless as hell. Okay, especially considering he said he was about to take a second to sit down. And Drake has a history of attacking people where they're weak and when they're weak. So it seemed like Kendrick was doing to him what Drake had done to people for so long. But the reason why this is important is because when you think about the Zofran and you think about the stomach issues, you know, nausea and all that, that coincides. But it gets deeper. Let's get a little more surgical, okay? I know y'all remember in Euphoria, Kendrick had the lines, in my first one, like my last one, it's a classic.
Hey, it's funny that he shows that machine. Do y'all remember in 616 when there was a noise starting that song off? I'm wondering if that's what this is.
You don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that, then tell them where you get your abs from. That's a bar, first of all. Core, stomach, audience. Abs, crazy. V12, it's a fast one. Now, initially, we might think V12 is an engine, you know what I'm saying? Fast engine.
So
but, bro,
machine that
V12 is also a slimming machine.
Yeah.
And I think Kendrick fans, we dig deep and we found this out a while ago, but dog.
Yeah, we found out a while through a lot of these reactors, man. They caught them jokes on the first and second listen.
It gets even deeper, okay? So I started to think there has to be side effects to this, considering the fact that this isn't natural. Plunging fat out of your body using this type of shit is not natural. So there has to be side effects. So I started digging, right?
Okay.
And this is what I found. Now, initially, they try to act like there were no side effects to these things in order to sell the product and sell the idea of cool.
Man, everything that they make today got side effects. I don't care what they say. Any medication got side effects. Like, there's a percentage that they know it's going to affect a certain way, but they're going to put it out. Because if it's a certain percentage, then it works.
Sculpting. But I came across this as I was doing the research, right? Check this out. Okay, hold on. Right here. While contour irregularities can happen, the controversy around cool scoping is about a different long-term side effect, a rare condition we mentioned earlier called paradoxical adopes hyperplasia, PAH. People who get PAH from cool sculpting develop painless, firm masses of fat in the areas where they were treated between 3 or 9 months after the procedure. In the case of Linda Evangelista, she developed masses on her chin, thighs, and bra area. Dr. Carafar, whatever, says that PAH usually happens because something is wrong with the equipment or the practitioner is doing the procedure incorrectly. Basically, the fat cells aren't cooled enough to destroy them. So instead, it stimulates them and they grow even more.
Man, listen, ladies, I know there's people out there that like to get BBLs, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. Any man would tell you natural is the best way to go. I don't care if you got a knob. I'll take a natural over some fake boobs any day. And most men will tell you that. The guy that's chasing that BBL ain't taking her home to mom. She's just for fun. That's it. I'm just being real. Like, to put you know what? I guess if they gave me $400 million, I'll probably do it too. But this is not how I can. This is, man, I'd be like Adonis and listen to K-Dot and I get my butt in the gym. That's crazy, man. The stuff some of these people put themselves through, you know, you wonder, is it all worth it?
It stimulates them and they grow even more. So this is potentially what could be happening to Drake if this is all true. You see what I'm saying? This is all based on.
Yeah, this is all alleged. I hope so too. I hope not, because this is not something you want to wish on anybody. But when you do things like this, there are side effects, and I'm not sure if he knew what they are. I'm not sure if this is even real, but there's all possibilities. And I've been on YouTube long enough to know that sometimes these stories come out. They may not seem okay for now, but all of a sudden, a couple of days go by, and things start popping up. And I believe this is going to be one of them. And it could be the reason why he canceled his tour. Maybe he had to come home and get some treatment. You know, I know his stomach hasn't been feeling well since all this stuff's been going on. So that can't be good for his stomach either.
A theory. And this is all based on thinking too deeply. That's what this channel is about. If you're not one of the people that like to think deeply and go too deep into things and theorize or whatever.
That's true. That's true. If you don't like to think and go outside the box sometimes, why wake up? Why bother? Go back and go play in the street. Go play in traffic.
Get off my channel. It's not for you, kid. However, if you are, this channel is perfect for you for these type of videos specifically. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that the backfiring of trying to remove these cells can actually cause more to grow and build this fat on your stomach that wasn't there initially is crazy. And it makes you wonder, there had to be some truth to what Rick Ross was saying, man, because Drake during the tour around this time kept wearing these large ass vests.
Yep. I remember that because a couple of people brought it up. And it's almost like he was covering it up. He never showed. I don't even know the last time we saw his abs. And usually that's something you don't want to show, you know, because he's in shape. But I don't know when's the last time. Hey, any Drake fans out there, when was the last time y'all saw his abs? I honestly want to know.
That
I could tell you the last time I saw Chris Brown's abs. I could tell you the last time I saw Usher's abs. I tell you the last time I'm gonna leave it right there.
Are covering these areas. You see what I'm saying? And bro, listen, I feel for Drake. If I remove if I remove hip hop away from all this situation, you see what I'm saying, and remove what he's done to the culture and what he's done to other people using his power, I feel for Drake, especially the situation that he's in. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But he brought it on himself. So it's like, what else are you supposed to do or say? You feel me? But I feel bad. And I feel like he was wearing these big ass vests to cover it up. And that's what Rick Ross was saying. When you tie all of that in to what Kendrick was saying, even to Meet the Grams, he told Adonis, he was like, yo, don't go to the Brazilians, the people that are known for doing these surgeries. Go get a gym membership. Because this is the type of stuff that happens, these side effects of getting the BBL.
And that's the thing. There's so many things that Kendrick talked about in the beef that all came to fruition after the beef. And this could be what he was talking about. Because, you know, these industry people all share information. They just like when you're on your level wherever you are, I'm on my level where I'm at. I have a level of friends, and you know wherever that is. And news get around. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible that Kendrick knows all this stuff already and knows what he's dealing with and going through. And it's insane.
Deals and whatever. And I'm not against nobody doing the surgery on you, but just recognize that the consequences will be there when these processes aren't natural, right? Now, stay with me. If these things cause the fat on your stomach or whatever, and that builds up, it also says you become nauseous. The side effects are, especially from the surgery, you know what I'm saying? Zofran would be a perfect thing to take for surgery. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that Kendrick Lamar did the Meet the Grands where he had the Ozempic pills and he had all this other in the Zofran, I think, was also in the picture that Meet the Grands that Kendrick Lamar posted, right? It makes sense that he was taking Zofran to deal with the nausea of the surgery, to deal with the extra fat that was growing on his body, and to deal with the surgery of getting rid of the body fat in general. You see what I'm saying? In order to get the six-pack and all the extra stuff. So because of that, I start thinking, I'm like, bro, he might really have that condition. You see what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, he really slimmed up out of nowhere recently, right?
That is true. He did look a little lean the last time I saw him. That travel, touring, all that stuff's got to be rough on your body. I mean, I'm sure they have fun lives, and he's been doing it for 15 years. That stuff takes a toll on you. It's actually longer than 15 if you really think about where he started in the industry, the movie industry, and now he's into music, and that life's got to be tough on your body.
And if you slimmed up out of nowhere in order to deal with the surgery, or if you're slimming up because you're getting rid of that fat, of course you're gonna have to take Zofran to deal with the nausea and the vomiting. You see what I'm saying? Now, Drake could just be a party guy. It's possible that he could just be going out drinking a whole bunch, and because of that, he don't want to feel the after effects of the nausea and the vomiting that comes with drinking and all that stuff. That's totally possible. However, when I use my critical thinking and my context clues, some people don't want to do. They want to be spoon-fed everything. It's not confirmed. It's not factual yet. Use your brain. That's why we have it. I can point to the fact that it's possible this is why he's taking the Zofran. You see what I'm saying? It's been multiple accusations. Even Megan Thee Stallion said that Drake was getting surgery on himself in her diss to Drake. Subliminal diss, but of course it was at Drake after Drake had shots about her for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So based on that, I feel like Drake might actually be sick with this condition. And if that's the case, it puts a lot of things into perspective, especially when Kendrick decided to attack Drake and the position is put Drake in. It's sad because if this is true, Drake has had no choice but to not take time off of music and deal with this straight up while the world is clowning him and trashing him.
It's almost like Kendrick knew Drake was injured. He was like, all right, I'm going to take him down now. Let's do it.
And of course, I think you brought it upon yourself, but man, I can't help but feel empathy. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all humans, and power does corrupt. Drake coming into the hip hop game was a different guy. I mean, yeah, but it's just unfortunate. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. And I do want to refrain or do my best to not criticize Drake in that way as time goes on, you know what I'm saying? Considering we all are human. But at the end of the day, we got to protect the hip hop culture. And if there is a PR team out there that's out there to slander Kendrick Lamar and slander people and slander the supporters of Kendrick Lamar, I have no choice but to stand on my shield and protect what I believe needs to be protected. And war is in the Bible, and war is commanded by God. And division is necessary at times. You know what I'm saying? Even if we go back to Genesis verse 11:3. And I'll make a separate video on that. But yeah, bro.
See, he was about to preach. I was ready for it. But I guess he gonna do it out another video.
Bro, I think Drake might legitimately be sick, dog. And if that's the case, it's crazy. You feel me?
So how y'all feel? How do y'all feel about the information about Drizzy? there's a real possibility that this story is going to start resonating, because I'm starting to see it pop up a little more, and it's been talked about right now. So I'm hoping it's not true, because like he said, Jalopy said, you don't want to wish something like this on anybody, because it sounds like it's, well, very painful, right? But at the end of the day, like he said, he's the one that did it to himself. Go get a gym membership, get in the gym. I mean, anytime you try to cheat the system, eventually the system come roaring back. Just like he said, you remove and it grows back twice as much. You remove, it grows back. So if you just take your butt to the gym and work out, I think you're going to be all right. And ladies, y'all need to stay away from them BBLs. 100% of men would rather have a natural woman. And I'm going to leave it there. So y'all let me know y'all comments. Peapod Cove. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.